including trafficking minors, by the way. So, in other words, they're saying to Russell Brand, hey, you asshole, you're saying, oh, don't dismiss Andrew Tate for, like, you know, being controversial and stuff, bro. Don't dismiss him because of things he said on the internet. That's not why many people have dismissed him. The reason why many people have dismissed him is because there are hideous allegations of criminality against him. Now, I'm not done yet. Again, Russell Brand loves nothing more than adoration heaped on him from MAGA. And what he sees here is he knows Andrew Tate has an army of young men who love him. And he's trying to say, oh, let me get some of that. Let me poach some of Andrew Tate's followers' audience. I want them to also watch my show, right? This is what he's doing. So again, here's a video he released.
Someone like Andrew Tate, with the audience he has, could make a significant difference if correctly backed. He does say some stuff that's pretty out there. But the fact is, in a democracy, if someone is able to glean popular support, they can have a mandate. They should be represented. I suppose what's more significant and interesting to me is the way that figures like Andrew Tate or Tommy Robinson have always been maligned, I think, to place an impassable threshold around systems of influence and power. You can have your own views of Andrew Tate. You might think he's misogynistic or vulgar, but the fact is he appeals to a lot of people and he represents some things that a lot of people are very interested in.
This is anti-establishment brainworms, right? Well, he's been criticized by the mainstream, and so therefore he must be right. This is the mindset. Like, oh, people in traditional journalism have gone after him and disagree with him, and politicians are like, this guy's crazy, you know. So therefore, do not dismiss him. He's got a lot of followers. Yeah, so did fucking Jim Jones, the asshole cult leader who made people drink the Kool-Aid, right? This notion of, well, I don't know, they got a lot of followers, so therefore, what? I don't criticize them. And also, since the establishment criticizes him, therefore I have to default side against the establishment. How about you use your fucking brain instead? How about you use your own judgment? How about you analyze things from an objective perspective and realize just because the establishment takes a certain position doesn't mean you have, I'm against that because the establishment. Why are people going after Andrew Tate? Why is he mocked ruthlessly? Why is he treated like the piece of shit that he is? Oh, I don't know, Russell. Let's take a look at some of the stuff he's been saying lately, or stuff he said since his rise to prominence.
I do not hate women in any regard. I have no negative relationship with women.
I will state right now that I am absolutely sexist and I'm absolutely a misogynist.
She was a fucking hoe, and I spotted it instantly because she didn't humble herself when she was supposed to. And I'm glad I didn't waste any more time on her, because she's never going to be doing like my other girls do, living in my house, letting me fuck other women, remaining loyal, and fucking bringing me coffees and doing as I say. That's what you're looking for, gentlemen. Well, you'll have one that you super care about. You'll have one which is the queen. You'll have one which has your family. You'll have one which is going to be above all others. You'll have one that you adore.
Yeah.
But it could be the same with cars. I could have one I truly love, and I could just pick up another one for a spin.
Take over everything. No one's driving my cars but me. It's like my women. Put my name on them. Life. Oh. Done. Even when I don't want them anymore, they just fucking sit at home while I play with the younger ones.
You're honest with women, you get just headache on both sides. They don't want honesty. When you come to a woman with honesty, it's just, they're not ready to handle it. They are not prepared for it, and it also lowers your status as a man. Imagine a Muslim wife sitting there in her burqa trying to say this crap. But the way I was feeling different inside, and I had to psychological do. You get stoned. You're about to feel something, a rock in your face. Can I say this on YouTube? Yeah, I can say this on YouTube. I've legitimately done that. Girls run their mouth. I start beating the fuck out. I'm not even having sex. They love it more than ever. They like it more. The less sex you have with them, the better. So I don't know why you're trying to give me your opinion, because I don't put any responsibility on you to perform in basically any way outside of the bedroom. So just shush. Women are only loyal to one thing, and that's the dick they're sucking. I don't even really want to fuck the girl. I want to know, like, she better love me afterwards. I need to get paid. I got rent. Like,
yeah. How do I use these women to make money? Jesus.
Right. I don't think there's anything intrinsically wrong with women doing OnlyFans, as long as I had influence and control over it. First things first.
Remember when he explained in detail the crimes that he commits? We played a clip the other day of a lawyer who was breaking down line for line how Andrew Tate was admitting to crime after crime. Remember that? Just openly explaining, yeah, this is how I traffic women, right? Again, don't take my word for it. Look at the lawyer, look at the video, look at his own words.
Women need a man to do OnlyFans. It's the same reason a woman need a man to do anything, because they're incompetent and they're very, very lazy.
Doing a video photographer to get the angles, yeah?
No. I'm not doing any real work, but just like taking all the money. And they're stupid.
If my chick said I want to do OnlyFans, I'm like, all right, then cool, go do it. How much you made? 10 grand. All right, give me 8. All right, cool.
Why would what woman is going to give you 8 grand?
Because you're my woman. You're doing OnlyFans. You're selling my product.
It's about the fact that she belongs to him.
Another admission there.
And the intimate parts of her body belong to him because they're in a relationship. And if she wants to sell those, he has a stake in those intimate parts of her body.
So it's reverse. Male porn star owes the woman.
I don't know, because I think the women belong to the man. I think the woman's given
that's inherently where you get called sexist.
You pretend I'm a misogynist, but it turns out that 85% of women on the planet seem to agree with me.
That doesn't make sense.
We're not done yet. But he's anti-establishment and he's got some following, so women must take people like Andrew Tate seriously. You know, you can actually look at the stuff he says, look at the stuff he did, look at the stuff he advocates for, Russell, and just disagree with it as such. You can say, hey, that sounds pretty bad. Hey, that doesn't sound quite right. Hey, that sounds like a crime. Hey, this thing you're advocating for is like fucking 1300 style misogyny.
They didn't teach you in self-defense? Here's a little move. When I grab you by your neck and you start annoying me trying to resist, and I just and then I grab you by your neck again. Then what the fuck are you gonna do when your face is collapsed and your fucking cheekbone's broken? You ain't gonna do shit but cry.
I guarantee I changed the way you look at sex forever. You're gonna be fucking crying. I won't cry. I bet you cry, bitch. I bet you fucking cry. You're saying I wouldn't cry. You're challenging me to a fight. You're saying I can't hurt you. You're out of your fucking mind? I don't even have to fuck you. Forget the sex part. That's a distraction. My dick can stay in my pants. I'll just start beating the shit out of you. How about that? We walk in the bedroom. I start kicking your ass. No sex. No sex involved. But you cry then.
I perfected this in pimp school. When I got my PhD, we had to practice if a girl comes at you, you cheated, you cheating. It's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and you grip her up by the neck. Like, shut up, bitch! Her panties get wet. Machete's on the floor, her panties are all wet. You go, fuck her. That's how it goes. Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex.
For a little bit of attention, for a little bit of adoration, for a little bit of hack grifting, this is who Russell Brand is ready to play footsie with. This is who Russell Brand is ready to play footsie with. This guy. Look, you all know I'm always the last person to hurl around the accusations. I've always been a, hey, take people at face value kind of guy. You know, I'm not going to read into somebody's motivations or intentions unless I feel like it is crystal clear and super obvious, and it would be wrong of me to not speculate. But this is one of those instances, right, where you got to look at everything that's happened with Russell Brand, from the fucking weird Christian awakening. That's, oh, look, it just happened to come out at the exact same time that there's like really serious, detailed allegations against you of sexual harassment, sexual assault, rape, etc. Oh, would you look at that? That's when you had your awakening. That's when you snuggled up to MAGA. That's when you went right wing. That's when you went full evangelical Christian. Weird. So now not only do you have to look at something like that and go, oh, this is self-preservation. This is a lane. This is a grift. This is a way to try to maintain relevance. Knowing he burned every bridge with every liberal and leftist in the world who don't care for his bullshit anymore. He goes right on that. And then now, of course, hopping on the Trump bandwagon, which is fucking obvious. You think a guy like Russell Brand doesn't know the countless failures and problems of Trump and his ideology and his mindset and what he did in his first 4 years and what he's going to do in his... Of course he fucking knows. He knows Trump's pro-war, not anti-war. He knows he's anti-worker. He knows Trump is pro-establishment. He knows all these things. He pretends like the opposite. He knows all these things. But now, a new low. Now, willing to hop on board the fucking Andrew Tate bandwagon to get a little bit of relevance, a little bit of adoration, a little bit of support from his army of 13-year-old boy fans. Really? Russell, really? Is that how pathetic you are? Is that the void that must be in your fucking soul, bro? The vapid nothingness at the core of who you are. It must be record-breaking. It's astonishing, bro. That's because, you know what? There are plenty of even MAGA types who genuinely like Trump, who I saw reacting to Andrew Tate going, nope, 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 nope. We don't take a guy who brags, by the way, brags about assaulting women. There's videos of him literally, allegedly assaulting women. I'm not playing them for you here because, you know, probably get the video pulled down and stuff. But there's that. Him describing committing his own crimes. Him saying things like you just saw him saying right here. So even many Trump supporters are like, are you out of your fucking mind? No. But not Russell. Not Russell. A little bit of attention, a little bit of adoration, a little bit of a bigger audience, a bit of a bigger attempt to grift. Oh, he's on it. Yummy in his tummy. He cannot wait. This is who Russell Brand is. And now you know. All right, guys. That's the show, y'all. Love y'all very much. Everybody do me a big favor. Please click like, click subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know, all the shameless plugs. Thank you for those of you who support the show on Patreon. Couldn't do it without you guys. And I'll see you back here tomorrow, guys. Same time, same place. Peace.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.